We will next hear from Susan Stroud. Ms. Stroud is the Executive Director of Innovations and Civic Preparation, an organization which supports the development of program and policy innovations in national and community service with a focus on youth service. Ms. Stroud will speak to us about the importance and the benefit of engaging middle school youth in service and programs, such as the Summer of Service program. Because I am such a supporter of engaging youth and creating meaningful opportunities for youth to grow and explore opportunities in life, I look forward to hearing from your testimony.
Good morning, Representative McCarthy and members of the subcommittee. I'm Susan Stroud, founder and executive director of Innovations and Civic Participation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting national youth service both in the United States and abroad. I've spent the past 25 years helping to establish organizations and programs that engage large numbers of young people in service and service learning. I was very fortunate in 1993 to join the late Eli Segal and his team at the White House Office of National Service. Our team was charged with creating the Corporation for National and Community Service and AmeriCorps. At the corporation, I was the first director of Learn and Serve America. I applaud the chair and the members of the subcommittee for putting renewing the spirit of national and community service so high on your agenda. The issue is critically important for all Americans, but especially for young people whose skills and habits as lifelong active citizens are being formed. I'd like to begin by providing some general observations about scaling up the next generation of service programs. First, there should be a continuum of service that begins in elementary school and continues through one's work life and retirement. The commitment to serve one's community is learned, not inherited, and the skills and habits of citizenship cannot be learned entirely from a textbook. People from all backgrounds, young and old, need opportunities to practice being active and engaged citizens throughout their lifetimes. Second, service is a strategy to meet critical needs. We all benefit from full-time stipended service, which improves education, the environment, public safety, and human services. Third, service prevents risky behavior, re-engages at-risk youth, and provides a way for young people to realize their potential to create positive change in their communities. Within this context, I want to discuss very briefly one specific proposal that ICP has been working on, a Summer of Service. This initiative fills a gap in the continuum of service by providing opportunities for middle school students in the summer months, a population for whom very few service opportunities currently exist. Children in middle school are too young to work, and they've aged out of most programs that are available to younger children. That means they're unsupervised much of the time during the summer. There's a need to fill this gap in order to prevent risky behavior at this critical transition to adolescence. Research also indicates that the transition between middle school and high school is when we see a big rise in the dropout rate. Connecting Summer of Service programs to service learning programs in schools during the academic year through Learn and Serve America would help create an academic and service bridge for these young people, especially the most vulnerable. Developing a universally available Summer of Service program to enable all young people to participate in service as a rite of passage would be possible even in a tight economy if the system were built on the existing infrastructure of service programs. Summer of Service would also be an opportunity for intergenerational service programs that would bring together seniors, young teens, older students in high schools and universities, and AmeriCorps members to work together. Senior Corps has committed to working with AmeriCorps and Learn and Serve America to make sure this happens. As you proceed, I urge you to consider incorporating Summer of Service into your bill and to sign on as co-sponsors of the Summer of Service bill that Representative DeLauro and Senators Dodd and Cochran introduced this week in the House and Senate. In looking to the next generation of service, there's a gap between young people's desire to change their communities through service and the opportunities for civic participation that are available to them. Hurricanes Katrina and Rita showed the commitment of young people to their country, as many rose to the challenge and responded in large numbers to assist with rebuilding the Gulf Coast. In addition to responding to natural disasters, there are many other critical needs that can be addressed through service. We need to strengthen and expand the existing framework of national service programs, such as Learn and Serve, a Senior Corps, and AmeriCorps, as well as incorporate new scalable ideas. A few examples of such ideas include a clean energy corps to fight global warming, a health corps to address unmet medical needs of 56 million Americans, an AmeriCorps CCC program to address the backlog of infrastructure and environmental needs and help employ disconnected young people, a new citizen corps for recent immigrants, a disaster readiness response and recovery corps. Pathways to Teaching is another proposal ICP has developed. We propose a program that would tap into the 500,000 current and past AmeriCorps members as a potential pool of future teachers willing to serve in the country's most challenged schools. All of these ideas are possible, and the committee would have many partners willing to help develop them in greater detail. The committee is right to take action to renew the spirit of national and community service in America. As John Gardner said, freedom and responsibility, liberty and duty, that's the deal. Thank you for the opportunity to testify this morning, and I welcome questions.